In the lively village of Purrington, where cobblestone paths wound through cozy cottages and the air always smelled like freshly baked bread, lived a curious and cheeky orange tabby cat named Whiskers. Whiskers had a knack for finding trouble, or as he called it, unexpected adventures. One morning, as sunlight danced on the rooftops, Whiskers was lazily sunbathing on Mrs. Baker's windowsill. Suddenly, he heard a commotion by the river. The villagers were gathering, their voices buzzing with excitement. Whiskers's ears perked up. What's all the fuss about? He wondered, leaping down and trotting toward the riverbank. When he arrived, he saw something incredible. A golden fish leapt out of the water, soaring into the air as if it had wings. Its scales shimmered like sunlight on water. The crowd gasped and cheered each time it took flight. A flying fish? This must be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Whiskers exclaimed, though his eyes sparkled with curiosity. Go on, Whiskers, called Farmer Tom. Let's see if you can catch it. Catch it? Whiskers smirked. Piece of cake. He crouched low, his tail swishing like a metronome. He waited, muscles coiled, until the fish leapt again. With a mighty pounce, Whiskers launched himself into the air, only to land with a loud splash in the river. The villagers burst into laughter as the drenched cat climbed back onto the riverbank. Shaking water off his fur, "All right," Whiskers muttered, "time for Plan B." Back in the village, Whiskers rummaged through anything he could find, leaves, sticks, and even ribbons from the milliner's shop. With a bit of honey borrowed, stolen, from a nearby hive, he fashioned himself a pair of wings. "Now I'll outfly that fish," he declared. The villagers gathered again as Whiskers climbed onto a tall barrel by the river. "Behold, the first flying cat," he announced. He flapped his makeshift wings and leapt, only to crash straight into a bale of hay. The villagers laughed harder than ever, but Whiskers wasn't ready to give up. He sat by the river, plotting his next move. As the sun dipped low, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, the golden fish popped its head out of the water. "Hey, kitty," it said, startling Whiskers. "What's all this about? You can talk?" Whiskers exclaimed. "Of course, I can," the fish replied. "I'm Finn. I only fly when I'm happy." "But why are you trying so hard to catch me?" Whiskers hesitated. "Well, everyone was watching, and I thought it would be fun to catch a flying fish. You know, to be the hero of the village." Finn chuckled, his golden fins glinting in the fading light. "You don't have to chase me to be a hero. Sometimes, the best fun comes from sharing an adventure, not proving yourself." Whiskers blinked. "Sharing an adventure? What does that even mean?" "I'll show you," Finn said with a grin. "Hop on that log, and I'll teach you how to balance." Though skeptical, Whiskers climbed onto a floating log. At first, he wobbled and nearly fell, but with Finn's guidance, he began to steady himself. Soon, Whiskers was gliding along the river, paws outstretched for balance. "Now watch this," Finn called, leaping into the air and performing a dazzling flip. The villagers clapped and cheered. Whiskers, emboldened, tried his own trick, a dramatic spin that ended with a splash, but the crowd loved it anyway. Day after day, Whiskers and Finn performed together, becoming the stars of Purrington. The unlikely duo taught the villagers a valuable lesson: true joy comes not from competition but from collaboration and laughter. And as for Whiskers, he still chased shiny things, but now, he did it with his flying friend by his side.